I have here in the studio Fred Smith as we wrap up our conversation on coronavirus for today. But it's certainly a coronavirus moment for now. We'll be doing a lot more on that. Fred is head of our health desk, also producer of this show, joins me in the studio to talk to us about the NIA registration. I've just read a number of those messages here, people complaining and asking why the NIA is still going on with the registration. What do we know, Fred?
Well, indeed, we've received lots and lots of complaints from both persons who are registering and persons who are undertaking the registration themselves, the NIA staff on the field. And they are very uncomfortable with the fact that this exercise is still going on despite the measures announced by President Akufo-Addo last night. And some of them explained that during the registration process, one of the things you have to do is to hold the thumb and other fingers and put them on the biometric machine and, you know, do all sorts of things. And so they think that there's a lot of contact involved during the registration period, and they believe that once the president has asked that all of these measures be put in place, then the exercise must also be suspended until we all feel safe. But subsequent to that, the NIA has released a statement. I'm sure we have that statement to read to everybody. And here's what the statement is saying.
Well, there it is. It says conduct of mass registration exercise in the Eastern region, and it is copied to all field officials. It says, well, Fred, go through for us what it says.
Well, it says, pursuant to the directive of His Excellency the President Akufo-Addo regarding the outbreak of COVID-19 in the country, the authority has determined that mass registration in the Eastern region is to continue under the following strict guidelines and protocols. The mass registration that is underway in the Eastern region will continue under specific guidelines as follows. All supervising registration officers are to ensure using appropriate queue management techniques, including numbering or appointment system, to ensure that no long queues emerge at any registration center. All SROs shall ensure that no more than 25 persons, including field officials, are present at the registration center at any given time. SROs shall take the particulars of all applicants immediately they arrive at the registration center. The applicants will be called to attend the registration center at the specified date and time on appointment basis. After iris scanners are used by an applicant, field officials shall wipe them down before administering them to the next applicant.
So that's a response coming from the National Identification Authority, indicating essentially that the registration process will go on. But with these set up rules, do we know whether all the field executives have received this, these guidelines?
Well, the message is just coming through, and I'm sure that they will all be finished so that going forward they know what to do.
Right. Fred, thank you for that information there. We've quickly been running out of time, certainly focusing a lot more on coronavirus.